Guys, Ogs from the US, welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. In this video, we are going to discuss about Mason Mount and Tammy Abraham. Everybody knows what happened between Christian Falk and Mason Mount's dad. Okay, yesterday Christian Falk said something about Mason Mount not being happy about Chelsea new expensive signings, and Tony Mount came to the rescue and said all that was BS, and we all know that that is really BS. And keep in mind, everybody can get stuff wrong, including Fabrizio Romano. At some point he's going to make a mistake because a source might be reporting some fake news. So they are just human like you and me. And I don't believe that Mason Mount is going to be angry for Chelsea to strengthen, because Mason Mount loves competition. The guy been through pretty much everything, but he was determined to make it to the first team after John Terry. That tells you the mentality that Mason Mount has. The same with Tammy Abraham. You can tell me whatever you want, but Tammy is ready for competition, because they understand that this is Chelsea Football Club and you have to fight for your place. No matter who you are, from the academy or from somewhere, you have to fight for that spot. So everybody knows that I love the academy product, but I also don't have any problem getting some good players out there to make my team stronger. We are Chelsea and we have to compete every single year for trophies. So academy product have nobody to blame but themselves if they don't make it to the top level, because nothing is going to be given to them. They have to work for it. Tammy Abraham knows it, Callum Hudson-Odoi knows it, and Mason Mount knows it.
I think, that's the level. That's the level we got to get to. We're a new young side. We're new managers, the first season, so we have to be pleased with ourselves. That's the level, and that's the difference, and that's where we got to get to and better.
Suppose, in a way, a bit of an inspiration, is it? And is it also for you seeing someone like Lewandowski? I guess you probably watch him on the box a bit. 53 goals this season he scored.
For me, he's the best striker in the world right now, and for me, that's the level I've got to get to and better, and that's what I aspire to be. So coming here, playing against him today, it's a great learning curve, a great experience for me, and going into next season and onwards, I've got to build myself to get to them high levels. So next season I have to raise my bar and go again.
With competition? With
competition.
So for a fair bit of this season you had the shirt. Yeah. Obviously Ollie's got in later this season, and there's a new bloke signing from Germany who's quite decent as well. So
this is Chelsea Football Club. There's always going to be high standards and high competition, and this is something I've been dreaming as a kid, so I have to fight for my spot. It's never going to come easy. Like, it never came easy the start of the season, but I worked my way into the team, and that's what I've got to keep doing.
One time in school, a policeman come in, so that you'd have like a policeman to come in and speak to them about a career after school, and it come to me, and I just said, I want to be a footballer, and he just laughed at me. He laughed and said, yeah, everyone wants to be a footballer.
I'm Bill, and I'm Mason Mount's granddad. Mason got his fighting spirit from me, from my early boxing days.
Yeah, he's a massive part of my life. Always used to come to my training. A boxer, tough. Learning from him when I was younger. Never giving up, keep working hard.
Mason's passion for football was already in him, it was just there. Always kicking a ball, all around the house, driving you mad.
To use his sister as a target. If I hit your head, that's my bullseye.
For me, growing up, I was always around it. I knew nothing but football. I loved growing up in Portsmouth and being around that football culture.
Hello, Kevin. Hi, mate. How are you doing?
Coming from Chelsea Football Club, moving to another country at 18 years old, it was difficult at the start. I'm cooking for myself, not just cooking chips every night because it's easy. I needed to cook good stuff. The football wasn't going my way.
He didn't play, and that was tough for him, really tough.
My first professional loan, and I'm not playing.
It's never happened to him before. Coming through the academy, he would always play.
The coach probably didn't trust me at the beginning.
It was a massive test for him.
Yeah, it was a good
how he
big
would
test.
cope with it. It would have been easy for him to just say, I'm coming back. He went the opposite way. He said, I will get in that team and I will show them that I am good enough.
And I kept doing that every day, kept working hard, just to wait for my opportunity. I come into the team, I come on, this is my big opportunity to show the manager that I'm ready. And I scored. And eventually finishing the season with a lot of goals and assists and getting player of the season. So it worked out very well. I am Chelsea. We are Chelsea. I set myself a target from 6 years old that I wanted to be in the first team, and that never changes. That's always a massive goal for me. You see the history with Chelsea that the academy boys never make it of playing for Chelsea. Even my dad always had the worry that I wasn't going to get to the top.
And 11 years history told me that. You know, nobody was breaking through. Up until 17, I always said to Mason, best academy ever, best coaching, best quality. But from 17, where do you go? The one person who totally disagreed with me was Mason.
When I made my debut, obviously, it was a very proud day for him, and something that I could say I proved him wrong.
That's clever for Mount, away from his man. Real chance for Mason Mount, and he scores here at Carrow Road for the second.
I think there's a lot of challenges when you first get into the team, because all of a sudden expectation levels rise, and you must stay humble. You must realise that the fact that you break into a team doesn't mean you've succeeded in what you want. That's the start of the journey in another way. And the best players, I think, realise that very soon when they get in first teams, and that's when they have the longevity.
Let's keep working.
And one thing my dad always used to say was, and still now, that every time you train, you need to train like it's your last session. You don't know what happens at these young ages. The competition is so high. There's so many good players.
First thing a footballer should have is a fighting spirit. I think it's impossible to play. Forget talent, forget all of that. If you don't have fighting spirit, if you don't have a tough character that wants to be the best and wants to work every day, wants to work for improvement, I think it's the most important attribute.
I used to say to him, when I was 12 years old, when I was boxing, and I used to really want to win, and that's what I want you to do today.
You can definitely take kind of bits from boxing and take that into football, and I think through the academies you're fighting against other boys to get into the academy. You do that from a young age because there's so much competition, fighting for every opportunity. I think that's a big part of my game. What's just the surface of being a footballer, that's all they see. But a lot of them don't know about the kind of away from football, the sacrifices that you give up to be a footballer. Years of hard work in training and games. It's a long road to perfecting your art. I think to be successful, for me personally, is hard work. A lot of players have talent. What makes you different is putting that talent with hard work. You're still a big player within the team because you can work hard, you can win the ball back, you can do the ugly side of the game, as people say. And that's something that my dad has always said to me, that you can't be a luxury number 10, number 8. You need to do the other side of the game to be successful and to be a big player. So that's always something that stuck with me throughout my career.
I tried to base my free kick on Ronaldo, hit the ball by the valve and it moves. So what do you do? Top corner, top bins.
The scout approached us about Mason going up to the development centre at Cobham. And
at that young age, being at school as well, you have this kind of distractions that are coming in. I can't think of one party I went to when I was at school, and I never went to them.
at times we used to encourage him, look, you know, have a night off training, do something different, go to the party, have a sleepover. And he said, no, I want to go training.
I was always so focused. I wanted to get home, have a good night's sleep, ready for the next day, and go to school and ready for training after.
Mason's sacrifice was huge as well.
Been at the academy since I was 6, just signed my pro contract. Big achievement for me and my family.
First thing I kind of remember is being ball boy at the games. That was the big thing for me. I was so buzzing about that. Can't really be any closer than that.